Hello, my fantastic company, and welcome to a first look at Flotsam. Oh, I'm excited to get to this one. This one is essentially a city builder or colony management game, but it's all about building off of recycled materials, which I think is so clever. A big thank you to Stray Fawn and to Pajama Llama, the dev, for sending me over a key so I could show this one to you today. I love being able to share games that I think you'll love, and I want to jump right into Flotsam by taking a look at the options. We always check out accessibility, and we do that first so we make sure that we can play the game. So starting out here, we have some gameplay options with different languages, lots of different languages actually, which is really exciting to see. We can do force keyboard and mouse input. I'm going to do that because I am mouse and keyboard. And we have some sensitivity options, which is really cool. Some inversions and auto saves to keep. Nice. You know how much you're going to be saving. In sound options, we have my favorite accessibility feature, which are volume sliders. That's my favorite thing. End all be all accessibility feature. Love to have control over what I'm hearing in my headphones as I play. For some video options, we have some different resolution options and whether or not you want to play full screen or not. But we also have this really cool UI scale slider too, which is awesome to see in video options. Usually that's something in gameplay, and I actually don't see a lot of options for UI scaling, so that's awesome. Finally, we've got the controls tab here with keybinds for the keyboard and mouse. You can also play with your PlayStation controller or your Xbox controller. Fantastic job, devs. Absolutely love that. We've got shortcuts, camera, and some map buttons, and I'm sure they're going to teach us along the way how to interact with the game. And then if we needed to change anything, we could always come back to this menu. All right, I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready to get crafty. I'm ready to get strategic here. Let's start a brand new game. Oh, okay, so we got characters. All right, this is already reminding me of Oxygen Not Included. Let's see. We've got Bubblehead, Buddy, Boyabays, and Not Case here. So they each have a story, pre-flood and post-flood, and then they've got some stats down at the bottom. You can re-roll their stats too. Let's go with the all girly team. I like this. I like this. Let's go ahead. Confirm crew. Well, that's it then, Captain. Garbage floods washed away our village. Good thing we had our ship to make our escape. Let's not sink in despair. Let's ride this wave and stay afloat. We're gonna survive. No, we're going to thrive. I love that. We should transform our boat into a floating community. Today, we start rebuilding our civilization. But first, what should we christen our new town? Soak City. I like it. Let's go for it. Perfect. Future is ours. So where do you even start with building this whole floating community thing? Wait, look at all this plastic floating around. It's like a precious floating gift of garbage. It's practically begging for a second chance. Begging. Let's put it to use. I agree. So how do I collect? And I did notice that we've got tutorials popping up in here, but on the main screen, we did have tutorial pages. So looks like we can open this up to learn more about how to play the game rather than the game leading us through a tutorial in the very beginning. Flotsam refers to resources floating in the ocean, which can be salvaged by either placing a swimming marker or a boat marker. A boat marker does require a boat. To salvage, open the salvaging panel, which is down here, our first option, and select a swimming marker. Once selected, you can choose a patch of Flotsam and place it there. I have a swimming marker, and I'm going to place one right here, and then our team is going to come out and start gathering stuff. Can I only place one at a time? I might be able to place multiple at a time. Oh yeah, I can. Absolutely. Let's just clean up this little patch here. So up at the top, we've got this menu, and I think that's resources gathered. Yeah, we've got storage capacity, food reserves, water reserves, and then storage capacity for water as well. Things are happening. On the right side here, we have, looks like our happiness and their activities for our crew, some home information as well. Salvager marker fully salvaged. So it just disappeared, that third one I placed. And there goes the second one. Down on the bottom, we have our day timer, our fast forward controls, overlays. Ooh, weight, town beauty, energy, and architect mode. In the center here, we've got our salvaging, our research, our map, building, and decoration menus. Beside that, we have overview of all drifter duties, so we could probably assign specific people to specific tasks based on their attributes and what they enjoy doing. Manage the maximum output of production, quest log, and a glossary. And then finally, down in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got knowledge, town beauty, 0 out of 5,000 of something. I think that's weight. And is this boat fuel? It doesn't hover over anything to tell me what's going on, what it is. Okay, let's pick up some more plastic here. I want to pick up everything we can, and I want to scroll out. Oh yeah, you can see little buildings under the water. Wow, we could scroll out pretty far. Our crew members are coming back with all of the flotsam that they have discovered. Ooh, what was that? Are you a thing? What are you? You're a whale! You are a thing. Hello, whale. Whale incoming. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Unsure. Let's click on our boat here. Town heart. We have our inventory with our storage, and we can move our drifters around the town using this map. Now, of course, we don't have a lot of town yet, but we can move to areas where we can reach more materials here. Cool. Let's send our folks out. Ooh, we've got a patch of wood here too. We haven't gotten any wood yet, so let's send folks out for that too. Can I move my ship a little closer? I mean, maybe I should not send somebody out to this quite yet. That's a long way to swim. Maybe we just focus on this plastic for right now. If we take a moment to look at the tutorial stuff here, we've got basic controls and everything over here on the side, which some people really do enjoy a less intrusive tutorial option, but I feel like I would have wanted to be taught how to play the game rather than just being thrown right in. Yes, I know there's a tutorial option over on the main screen, but I feel like, at least for the first time playing, there should be some kind of tutorial, built in with the characters, and then you can say, if you start a new file, do you want to skip the tutorial? I prefer that method of teaching players how to play, rather than requiring me to come click on things and read and read and read and read. You get what I mean? Like, it's a lot of player fatigue where I'm having to spend time learning about the game separately from playing the game, experiencing the game. Something I'm noticing as I'm moving my ship around on the map to collect different materials, when I come back to this screen, I'm like out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Instead of being focused on my ship or where my ship was, there is a handy dandy like little arrow that points me back to where the ship is, but it's like, where did I go? Help! Oh, we are completely full. So let's remove these markers and let's see, what should I do next? Do we craft something? We have a plastic walkway. Oh wow, this is going to be really intense. Look how small that is. Wow. We have storage, water containers, dryers, plastic workshop. So these are for processing. Okay. Research station. We need wooden planks for those though, which is going to require a sawmill. All right. And then we have some home stuff, water stuff, and food stuff. I suppose we just start building, right? I mean, we gotta start somewhere. So what about a platform? Do I have to build platforms? It doesn't seem like I have to. Okay, plastic workshop. Okay, so I got a dryer and a workshop here. So the only thing I'm required to do is build the walkway. So if I click on my dryer here, dry wood, crafting priority, normal, and then I have to say, let's work on those. Let's just do infinity. And the same for floaters here. What are we doing exactly with this? We're taking plastic waste that's unrefined and refining it into floater. We're going through our storage mighty quick. That's good. Okay, so we can now build a sawmill. Let's go ahead and get that ready. We working. I got it all the way on the top speed, by the way. I'm assuming we'll have some more survivors join us eventually. Let's put some wooden planks on the list here. We only have so many people, so we got to be careful. We got to be careful how we organize our crewmates here and their priorities. Nice. We got our chopping block. Yeah, you want a home. I'm sorry. We'll work on that as soon as possible. So somebody's having to manually dry stuff. Someone's having to manually cut stuff. Something, everything is manual right now. So we don't have upgrades for much. Salad spinner. Okay, we are going to need food as well. Food is the thing we need. So let's expand our little spot here. Had I been smart, I would have done like a little platform like all the way around my ship. But it doesn't seem like it's very easy to do that. So maybe that's okay that I didn't. We'll slow down a little bit. Sometimes you just got to slow down a little bit to figure things out. That's okay. Well, they were wanting some houses. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the other side of the boat here. And let's put our houses on the opposite side, because nobody wants to live next to a manufacturing plant, right? I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to. And let's just start a little base here. Now, we don't have any like decorative items yet, I don't think. And we're going to need a place for storage as well. We can put our storage with our workshops. Let's start on some tents, and we need to go ahead and start processing some more stuff too. Okay, we've got everything set to infinity, but it looks like we need to move our ship around a little bit. So let's do that. We've got to collect some more materials before we get too excited about building some more stuff. See what I mean? I just moved the ship and it left me where I was and just gives me an arrow. Like, I wish it would just like pop me exactly where this sent me. You know what I mean? Here's a new icon we haven't encountered before. Is this food? Ooh, might be food. Maybe we should start building some water and food stuff here off the front of our boat. And I kind of want to connect this up with our... Ooh, our manufacturing. That made a noise, didn't it? Ooh, boy. Can we make a salad spinner? No, we need more... We need more plastic, Captain. Okay, we need to move ourselves to some more plastic. Let's do some exploring. We're working on refining everything, and next we've got to figure out shelter, and we got to figure out food and water. I see our little fuel tank is slowly emptying. I'm not seeing any more plastic. I am starting to get concerned. Oh, there's some. Okay. Goodness. Thankfully, I could just click on that arrow to bring us back to the boat. I do love the idea of games that are more on the environmental side. Like, I loved Spilled, and this is kind of in that same niche of coming back after apocalypse, essentially, and using what the world has left behind, what the world has deemed as trash. And I love that. Their trash is my treasure at this point. Oh, I see my food bouncing. Our food reserves are completely out and our water is really low. So we've really got to get, we really got to get on making resources more available. So I'm going to finish cleaning up this small patch of plastic that I have here already set up. And then we're going to focus on getting that salad spinner and the water going. Yes. Okay. This desalinator. Okay. So this is for our water. And then we're going to spend some time processing some stuff here. The recycled plastic looks like watermelons. I know, guys, hang in there. I just heard that desperate sigh. Somebody please help me. Let's make some water. We've got some items missing. What does it say? Firewood. We have to have firewood. Oh. House when? Yes, I know, friend. I know. House when, but first is food when. Let's get everybody on building that as quickly as possible. Oh, I think I was going to put those over there. Can I move these? Okay, so I can't move them. I can move our houses up here in the front. One big tent, one little tent. And our moral state's not very good. So can I assign? Oh, they self-assign. Perfect. We need food. We need firewood. Seaweed salad. Can we make that? We can. So the next thing is firewood. How am I making firewood? I've got my plastic workshop. Here is my manual dryer. The sawmill gives me planks. I need firewood from junk. I want to turn this one off, and we want the chopping block on. Firewood from dry wood. Oh, okay. We can do both. Dry wood and firewood from junk. There goes the spinner. That's so good. That's going to be a wet job, that's for sure. But hey, we'll take it. We can eat that seaweed. Hey, that's good. Okay, it just went from 0 to 1. We're making progress. That's good. Bacon firewood. Awesome. And that firewood comes over here to our desaltifying water container so we have fresh water. Slowly but surely making a comeback. Starting with the lowest hierarchy of needs possible. It seems like our boat fuel restocks if we give it a little bit of time to sit still. Let's do some more charting here. Let's get this map filled out. It's interesting. This is like a little pirate map on a table. It's very cute. I do really like the music as well. Good sound design. The only complaint I have with sound design is when you do speed up the day, the sounds become higher pitched, which can be a little much on the ears. A fish. Can we go fishing? Take me to my boat. Where is that fish? Where'd he go? Oh. Oh. Can we harvest that? How do I harvest that? Can we fish? How do I fish? I want to, like, when I experience these things, a tutorial pop up and be like, this is how you fish. Build a fishing boat to fish at fishing schools. How do I build a fishing boat? I'm assuming I need a research station. Okay, let's start there, shall we? I do wish I could move things around. Since they're floating, it feels like you could just attach a rope and just scooch it over, you know? Right, research station. And this is where I first want to start assigning specific people. Let's see, I'm glad that these have pop-ups over here on the side so I can see exactly what all of these icons mean. Okay, researching. That would be not case. So I want to turn her single bar priority to a 3-bar priority. And then let's look at our research panel. Ooh, I love me a good research panel. Okay. Rope lashing. Oh, make rope, store more resources, and a drying rack that is no longer manual. Let's research it. So that takes Knothead away from us, but it's going to give us better things in the future. So while she works on that, I want to continue to explore the map here because obviously we're finding new things. Rope lashing is complete. Okay, we need a new thing. Seaweed growing, scrap smith, or tool maker. Let's do the tool making. I feel like that's going to be important. Ooh, not case leveled up. Aha. Does that mean I want all of my people to study? Or do I want them to do specific things? You know what I mean? Let's do the seaweed growing because that seems to be a problem now. Oh, she's got a death symbol. Oh my goodness. I'm wet. I'm hungry. Okay. All right. Here are drifters in mortal danger. Okay, so food is very important. Ooh, we've got some kind of line here. Maybe there's a town that could save us. Ruined restaurant. Captain, look there on the horizon. A scouting landmark. I bet if we climb to the top, we'll see all sorts of junk begging for upscaling. We're gonna stop at this restaurant first, though, guys, because we need food. Scavenge remaining food. Yes, start there. Please bring back food. Please. There are some buttons here that, like, I'm hovering over, but I have no idea what they do. Okay, take furniture. We do have 5 food now. That's good. That just saved us. Let's go up to more of these buildings. Rural ruins. Yeah, I want the old church because that's where we can open more of the map, right? So I click on the landmass. Someone in that bell tower could be an all-seeing or an all-knowing of the directly surrounding area. Let's scout the region. Take everything. Everybody goes. Everybody gets to get off the boat. Thank goodness, right? Everybody gets a break from the boat. Captain, we spotted signs of life. There might be a survivor out there. Show me. Over there. Over where? Oh, way out there. Okay, whoa, that really helped. Look how much the map that filled out. Okay. That's actually a lot of help because I was doing all of that scouting manually. Okay, cool. We need to build food. We need rope. How do I make rope? Rope crafter. Need wooden planks. Furniture? Okay, we'll take furniture. Can we use that furniture to make planks? I can make firewood. Well, I guess I'll put somebody on that. I was hoping maybe we could make usable planks from that, but I understand why not because it's already something, you know. We need wood, so that's where we're going. We're going for wood. I'm gonna continually move us to new locations that are gonna give us more materials. And then here we've got where we're locked again for we don't have any chopping tools. Okay. We're gonna have to definitely work on that. These people not have fishing rods. These people not just gather like literally from right here. It just seems a little strange. One more rope and we're gonna be able to start growing some food here, which I think I want to put on this side. Farm. Farm. Where can I put farm? Okay, there. All right, cool. Whatever it takes, right? Seaweed to seaweed. It's working. Phew, constant struggle with this food. Okay, let's get us to more food. I have lost my arrow. Oh, I think it's down here under my menu. So I would suggest that the arrow be moved to a one location, like in the middle of the map, to where we could just click on the arrow. That would be super. This is cute so far. I really like this idea of like moving around a map and meeting other survivors and having to deal with all these challenges with food and time and resource management. I am finding I have like this annoyance of being one block off or like making nice square roads. For some reason, it gives me 2 instead of a single plastic to be able to move. Sometimes that's a little annoying. I've got to figure out the food issue here, and we've got to figure out fishing as well, which means we might need to put one of our crew members back on the research. I hate having to find my boat. We've got a lot of plastic over here to the east. Let's move that way. We'll get some more plastic. This is cool. I think it's a little tough with the tutorial not being integrated into a new game. Yes, I know we talked about the tutorial being available in the main menu, but I honestly don't want to come over here and find a tutorial and read all of that stuff. Like, I really don't. Like, that is not very appealing to me as a player. I don't want to have to read a book to understand how to play a game. Okay, we're finally into better morale. And we've got folks leveling up as well. Finally. All right, and our salad spinner looks like it's got hauling export blocked because we're out of like room, which is fantastic. So it seems like I might be ready for some more survivors. So at this point, I would start to make some more houses and then continue to explore the map and go from there. I'm very curious if there's going to be any threats like pirates or anything like that in this game, because that would take it to a whole new level for sure. All right, I feel like I finally got a handle on this, even though I've got only 1 food and there's just so much left to look at. I mean, look at the skill tree. I mean, I've not even touched the possibilities of what this settlement could be, but I do want to get to my ratings for Flotsam. Let's break it down, right? We've got our 3 categories: accessibility, hook, and vibe. Starting out with accessibility, I would give this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I would very quickly give it a 5 stars with 2 changes. Changing the audio pitch when the day is running at full speed to something that's a little less high-pitched, and moving the arrow for when you're moving your ship. Move that arrow to the center of the screen so it's not covered up by menus. If you're not going to take the player directly to the ship when the player moves the ship, then put that arrow in the middle of the screen so they can easily click it, and make it a little bigger even. That would be nice. Overall, the team has some great accessibility features already baked into Flotsam, and I don't want to discount that. The fact that we have keybinds, the fact that we can play with a mouse and keyboard and 2 different controllers is absolutely huge. Next up on my list is hook, and unfortunately this one doesn't really hook me much. There's no story other than, hey, the world flooded and now we're here. It doesn't seem like there's any conflict that is coming into the story quite yet from what I've played. I don't feel like I have a real connection to my settlers, my survivors that are on my ship. We could compare Flotsam to a game that has a better story hook, like The Wandering Village, that gives you a purpose for building a settlement other than just, we want to live. For hook, I would give this one a 2 out of 5 stars. I just wish there was a little more oomph behind why I'm helping these people other than just, let's survive. And then finally, we've got the vibe for this one, and would I wishlist it? I would wishlist this one, even though there isn't a very strong story hook, but I would love it even more if I had a little bit of story pushing me along as well. For vibe, I would give this a 3 out of 5 stars, just right in the middle of the road, kind of deal. If you're a lover of city builders and colony management, this is another fantastic one that I think you should try out. If you're more of a story lover like me, this one might not completely grab you and make you satisfied. You might want something that has a little bit more of a story. Based on those ratings, would you wishlist this one? I think I would. I don't know how much I would play it, but I would be interested to see if the devs add any story to the game or any more conflict. Like I mentioned, pirates, or maybe these whales get annoyed that we've got stuff floating on the top of the water. And hey, if you liked this review, this little first look of Flotsam, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notifications on, because I've got lots more adventures to show you, just like this one that's on the screen right here. I can't wait to share more adventures with you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.